Hi, this is Nikki. Welcome to our new subscribers, and thanks to everyone who's already subscribed. For classic TV and movies, you've come to the right place. Wayback Machine 1.
The entertainment continues. You're watching Wayback Machine 1, Classic TV.
Wayback Machine 1, Classic TV.
Subscribe today.
Hey, Tom, come here a minute, will you? How's that culture coming along? See for yourself. Wouldn't have grown any faster if it were back in the laboratory in the States. A blowgun dart. Get out. Came from over there. See anything? No. The underbrush is too thick. Have a look at that dart.
Careful, Sahib. It being poisoned.
Hey, whoever was out there really meant business.
What are we doing, going after him?
No, that's too risky. We'll go over to the field camp of the Barton Teakwood Company who own this land and see if they know what this is all about. Come on. Let's go, Zahir. Animal that really earns his keep. Yeah, a regular four-legged bulldozer. Let's go.
Now let's see. The crew should finish cutting operations in the swamp today. That means that the elephants can start hauling the timber to the mill tomorrow.
Good. Maybe this month we can make our quota for a change. Oh, looks like we've got visitors.
This is a surprise. We didn't expect to find a woman out here.
I take it you're Doctor Reynolds and Professor Ogden?
That's right, Miss...
Barton. I own this plantation. This is my Uncle Charlie Barton.
I'm glad to know you.
Our foreman Carson told us he'd given you permission to conduct some experiments on the plantation. Is everything all right?
It was until a short while ago. Someone tried to kill one of us with this.
I had a feeling something like this might happen. Some of the natives around here are openly hostile to all white men.
Well, in that case, you'll be able to give us a lead on a few likely suspects.
And stir up more trouble? I'm afraid not.
But this was attempted murder.
Nobody asked you to come here.
Miss Barton's right, gentlemen. In view of what's happened, I think it would be better if you finished your experiments someplace else.
But we'd lose weeks of work if we had to leave now.
I'm afraid you don't have much choice. We can't spare either the time or the men to keep you out of trouble. Good day, gentlemen.
Miss Barton.
What is it, Carson?
One of the elephants went berserk and injured his handler.
How badly was he hurt?
That's hard to say. He's still unconscious.
What about the elephant?
He was headed for the swamp the last we saw of him.
The crew is working there. We'll have to head him off before he does any more damage.
Get our rifles and take this inside.
You mind if we come along? Maybe we can help.
I don't care what you do, just so long as you stay out of my way.
This way. Looks like the men had the same idea we did about heading off that elephant.
They can do it? Not a chance. Look.
Don't shoot. You couldn't bring him down from this angle, Miss Barton, and if you wound him, he'll do a lot more damage. That's a break. He's not going after the men. Sure be a long time before that bull quiets down enough to be worked again.
Now, what about the handler who was injured?
Beru, he's in the clearing just down the trail.
I'll take a look at it.
Just a minute, Dr. Reynolds. I'm afraid I can't permit that.
Why not?
A yogi will take care of the boy.
A yogi?
A doctor would be a lot better, Miss Barton.
But that's impossible, and you know it. The men are far too superstitious to allow a doctor to touch one of them.
She's right, Dr. Reynolds. The white Ramar is about as welcome as the plague in this part of the country.
Well, I just can't stand by and let the boy suffer when I know I might help him. Lead the way, Carson.
Quiero put it on. Neo Conte.
What'd he say?
He says you have no right to touch the boy, Sahib.
We'll see about that. Zahir, cut enough branches for a stretcher. We'll have to get him out of here. Come on, Carson. Let's give him a hand.
Neha Kante. Ramatamahara.
Sirte Katrak, Nikantama.
He's pretty badly bruised and in a state of shock, but he'll pull through if properly treated.
That is a lie, Sahib. The boy will die. And the men will know you are to blame. That's enough, Katrak.
Nice friendly type, isn't he?
I don't envy you, Dr. Reynolds. You've made a very dangerous enemy.
Do you mean you'd actually let this boy die to keep peace with the natives?
I'm running a business, not a hospital.
Nancy, you don't know what you're saying.
Don't I? I've had enough interference out of you. If you don't like it, you...
Sorry this had to happen.
You're just a little hysterical. Well, what do you want me to do with the boy?
Take him back to his hut. Carson will show you the way. I'll see you later.
Any chance of internal injury? Possibly, but I'm more worried about the state of shock he's in.
More clean water, Sahib.
Thanks, Zahir. Put it right there. Yeah, that ought to do it.
Is there anything more you can be doing for him, Sahib?
Not at the present. He might stay this way for hours or even days.
Well, we can't stay here with him that long.
We'd better get back to the camp and see if Barton will send one of his natives to watch over him until he regains consciousness. What's going on? Looks like trouble. Let's see what it's all about. What's wrong?
They think this place is jinxed because of what happened to Beru. They're refusing to work.
All right, Cattrack. You're the leader of these men. What will it take to get them back to work?
Nothing you can give, Sahib. The men want their wages so they can return to their village.
So that's it. You started this and you'll get them back or I'll...
Let them go, Carson. Tell the men they'll get paid at the end of the month and not a day before.
As you say, Mim Saab. That's it.
She's fainted. Help me get her in the tent.
Let Carter. Save la boss.
You'd better wait outside. I'll see what I can do for her.
How is she?
Asleep, and I wouldn't wake her up till morning.
What do you think caused that sudden attack?
Excitement, probably. Has she had these spells before?
Yes, she hasn't been herself since her father died a few months ago. I figured it was the shock at first.
And now?
No, I'm not so sure. I guess she's been worrying about the business. So much has gone wrong lately.
Is there any chance of her getting away for a rest?
Well, not the way we've been losing money. If we can't get a shipment out by the end of the month, we're just about finished. No, she'd never leave now.
Well, in that case, we'd better stay in your locality, and I'll see what I can do for her.
I'd appreciate it if you would, Doctor.
We'll go back to our camp now and return in the morning.
You know, it strikes me that if someone were to apply the American lumber technique to this business, they could make a fortune.
That might work if the trees all grew in one place. The way it is, they have to locate them one at a time and then have the elephants drag them out.
All the same, with the price the teak is selling for, it seems almost impossible not to make a plantation like this pay for itself.
Sahib, I having heard this being one of the richest plantations in the jungle.
You mean was. Right now they're losing their shirts. That is if Barton's giving us the true story. What do you think about it, Tom?
I'm beginning to wonder.
Sleep, Mim Saab. Sleep.
When the dawn comes, you will take the rifle and go to the camp of the white Ramar. You will aim at his heart and fire. Sleep. Sleep.
Sahibs, something is moving through the bushes. Look, Sahib.
That's just been fired. Either of you see who it was?
Hey, Doctor.
You're looking for someone?
Dr. Reynolds, are you all right?
Any reason why he shouldn't be?
I heard a shot.
Let's call it a hit-and-run attack. Ever seen this rifle before?
Well, it's mine. Where'd you get it?
Whoever fired at us dropped it here.
You don't think I did it?
You just said it. It's your gun.
Well, I loaned it to a friend.
You mean Nancy?
Come to think of it, she was carrying a gun just like that yesterday.
Well, that's preposterous. What reason would she have to shoot at you?
Well, why don't we ask her? Come on, let's get our stuff.
Mimsa Barton is asleep.
I wouldn't bet on that.
She should not be disturbed.
I'm afraid she'll have to be.
Is anything wrong?
That's what we're trying to find out. Have you seen Miss Barton this morning?
No, as far as I know, she hasn't left her tent.
Nancy, it's me, Uncle Charlie. Here, look. She's sound asleep. Now are you satisfied?
Oh, Miss Barton.
Oh, Dr. Reynolds, Uncle Charlie, what are you...
Don't be alarmed, Nancy. There's been an accident.
Oh, no, not again. What is it this time?
Somebody took a shot at Dr. Reynolds.
I'm sorry to hear that. But I told you we couldn't be responsible for what might happen if you stayed here.
We found this rifle near our camp. Any idea who might have left it there?
You don't think I did?
Did you?
Of course not. I've been asleep ever since you gave me that sedative last night.
That's right, Doctor. Anybody could have taken that rifle out of her tent when she was asleep.
I'd like to believe that. But there's something else. Your boots.
What about them?
Before I left last night, I took them off. Now you've got them on. How do you explain that?
I don't have to. I think this has gone far enough. You'd better move your camp off our property.
There's no reason to get so upset, Miss Barton.
What am I supposed to do? Keep calm while you accuse me of attempted murder?
Nobody's accusing you of anything.
And nobody's going to. You'd better do as she says.
All right, if that's the way you want it. Let's go.
Dr. Reynolds, wait. Just wanted to tell you I'm sorry things turned out this way.
So am I.
Well, Nancy's only trying to keep peace with the work crews. Cat Track has too much influence over them already. And it's likely to get worse since the boy you treated yesterday hasn't shown any improvement.
So he's blaming that on me.
That's what I hear.
Maybe I'd better take another look at that boy.
It's a good idea, Doctor. Hold it. Cat Track.
What's he up to?
He no doubt warned Beru not to let the White Rama touch him.
Those are here. Stay out here and warn us if Cat Track shows up again. Here, hang on to this. He appears to be in a state of shock, but he doesn't have any of the other symptoms. I wonder. Baru, sit up.
What are you trying to do?
Quiet. Baru, sit up.
He's in a trance.
Evidently, Cat Track had more talent than we gave him credit for. Baru, lie down. Lie down.
You're not going to leave him like this, Doc.
Oh, he's in no danger. It'll be better to let him come out of it naturally.
It's unbelievable. What reason would Cat Track have to keep the boy hypnotized?
That's easy. To blame it on Tom and stir up the natives against him.
How long has this yogi been around here?
About 6 months.
In other words, since Nancy Barton first started acting strangely?
Now that you mention it, yes. You mean Cat Track had her under his influence this morning?
I'm almost sure of it.
I not see Cat Track, Sahib.
Good.
There's still one thing I don't understand. What does Catrack get out of all this?
That's hard to say unless he's working with somebody else who might benefit if anything happened to Miss Barton.
Well, that would be her uncle. Of course, he'd inherit the plantation, but I can't believe he'd do anything to harm his own niece.
He knows she's on the verge of a nervous breakdown, and yet he just stood by and let her order Tom off the property.
Yes, that's right. But you're not going, Doctor.
Under the circumstances, I'm afraid we'll have to.
Well, if that's the way you feel, I'd better get back to our camp and make sure nothing else goes wrong.
I don't understand you, Tom. We can't leave here knowing that Catrack has that girl under his control. Anything might happen.
That's what I had in mind. Suppose we double back and keep an eye on things.
But wouldn't it have been a good idea to let Carson in on that?
There's no point in tipping our hand. If we're wrong about Charlie, Carson is the only other suspect we have. Miss Barton and Catrack are coming this way. Duck! What was the idea of that? We had him dead to rights. Did we? How do we know she wasn't going with him willingly? Let's follow him and find out.
Come in, Sab. It is only a little farther.
Don't shoot. Let's see if tags. I don't want him to know we're following them. Let's hurry. We can't afford to lose him now.
This way, Mem Sab. Step up, Mem Sab. Wait. We are in great danger, Mem Sab. We will be killed if we do not escape.
We must escape.
There is only one way. We must jump. Down there. Go to the edge, Mem Sab. To the edge.
Hey, look, on the ledge. The fools. One slip and they'll both be killed. After her, Zahir. Hold it!
Don't shoot, Sahib. Don't shoot.
Search him, Howard.
I have no need for weapons.
Yeah, he's telling the truth. All right, Catrack. Who ordered you to kill Miss Barton?
Oh, I can talk. If I kill you, will you let me go? What's going on here? What happened to Catrack?
You ought to know. You shot him.
Me? Shoot Catrack?
Take his guns away, Howard.
But this is insane. If I were guilty, I wouldn't have come running in here like this.
You might if you were trying to throw the blame on someone else.
Doctor Reynolds!
Well, I see I got here too late.
We thought you were headed back to camp.
I was until I saw Barton sneaking through the jungles. I knew he was up to something.
I was out hunting. For that matter, he could have killed Catrack himself. His gun's been fired, too.
That won't work, Charlie. Dr. Reynolds knows I only fired to attract his attention.
Besides, Barton, you had a motive. He didn't.
Well, that's what you think. My brother's will provided for Carson to take over the plantation. If anything happened to Nancy and me,
What about that, Tom? One of them's lying.
Guess we'll have to leave the answer up to Captrack.
what do you mean by that?
We'll see whose gun fired the bullet that killed him.
You needn't bother, Doctor. Drop your guns.
So it was you all along.
It's like you just placed your trust in the wrong man. Now put up your hands. Get over against those bushes. Turn around.
Look, Memsahib.
Why, Carson, he's going to kill him.
You hiding over there.
All right, face me.
You don't think you can keep this from the authorities, do you?
I got that all figured out, too. If you're both shot with Barton's gun, all I'll have to do is shoot him with mine and tell the authorities I caught Charlie in the act and shot it out with him.
Nice work, Zahir. Keep him covered. All right, Carson, on your feet.
I wish you didn't have to leave so soon. We hardly had a chance to thank you.
Well, don't thank us. After all, we're the ones who caused all the trouble.
No, it was brewing a long time before you got here. Carson just used your presence to bring it to a head.
He knew what he was doing, all right. He had us convinced you were the top man of the setup.
Well, don't feel badly about that. Confidentially, for a while, I thought it was you.
Well, from one suspect to another, we'll be seeing you. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Hello, this is Arnold. I want you to subscribe to Wayback Machine for classic TV and movies. It's more fun than a Uzi submachine gun. Excuse me, I've got to get back to the chopper!